I'm so thankful to be here with you. Let's tilt our pelvis into neutral, walk our feet nice and wide, but still keep the outer edges of your feet straight. And then from here, you'll bend your elbows, bring them down by your sides, and we'll nice and slowly, kind of like pausing in cactus arms, and then keep going up and tap your thumbs together. Just start to tune into your breath, tune into your body as you go up and down with your arms. Try not to be in a rush to start out. After you do a few, if you want to go a little quicker, then you can go a little bit faster. And breathing here as always. Pelvis keeps tilting upright. Ribs keep relaxing down and back. And the next time your hands go up, hold, but keep them more shoulder distance apart. And nice and slowly circle your wrist around. And then pause and circle them in the other direction. Relax any excessive clenching around your neck and shoulder muscles. All right, bring your arms out to cactus arms. Try to keep your upper arm bones steady and rotate your forearms all the way one way, all the way the other way. And then go ahead and reach your arms out, palms up, hands a little bit lower than your shoulders, and you'll turn and look over your right hand and nod your head yes a couple times. And turn and look over your left hand and nod your head yes a couple times. And then bring your head back to center. Tip your right ear to your right shoulder and nod your head yes a couple times here. If you notice your shoulders are hiking up by your ears, let your arms relax down a little bit more. And then bring your left ear over to your left shoulder and nod your head yes a couple times here. And then bring your head up with your thighs nice and wide. Hinge forward over your pelvis, rolls over your thigh bones. Press into your feet to come back up. And then you have your two collarbones right here at the base of the neck. You're going to gently pull down on the left one, and you're going to lift your chin up and over to the right. So you're gently pulling down on the skin. And you can either just lift and lower your chin as you pull down on that collarbone. You're lifting your chin to the right. You can also pause and push your bottom lip or your bottom jaw forward when your chin is up, and then lower your chin down. So a lot of times we hold the throat stretch. Today we're doing it dynamically, going in and out. All right, let's do the other side. So pull down on the skin right about where your right collarbone is. Lift your chin up and over to the left and lower it down. And if you want to, every time you lift up, you can pause and push your bottom lip or your bottom jaw forward. All right, let's do center now. So right between your collarbones, just kind of push down and gently pull down on your breastbone, right below your collarbones, and lift and lower your chin here. And every time you can lift and push your bottom lip or bottom jaw forward. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm actually at the tail end of a cold, and I really hit the spot with that one. All right, from there, hinge forward from your hips and take a fold. Push back up and come on up and walk your feet into 3. So a little bit wider than 4. Reach your arms out to your sides, low shoulder height, or actually even lower, and bring your pinky fingers together and open out to the side. Lift your arms a little higher. Wasn't expecting that. Bring your arms in, lift a little higher, and open out. Pinky fingers in, lift a little bit higher, stretch out through the upper back and the chest muscles, and pinky fingers in and a little bit higher, and open out to the side. One more time, high, pinky fingers in, open your arms up. Now bend your elbows into cactus arms and curl your elbows and hands in and open. Breathing here as you go in and out. All right, next time you open your arms, extend them out, hands down with your legs at 3. Fold over any amount, take a breath here. And then push down through your feet to come up with your arms nice and low by your sides. Bend your thumbs in and extend and lift your arms a little bit higher. And a little bit higher. And a little bit higher. A little bit higher, tap the back of the head. A little bit higher, tap the top of the head. And then bring your hands behind your head. They can just kind of rest, or you can do one hand on top of the other. And let's go into dynamic side bend, side to side. Smooth inhales and exhales as you go side to side. Breathing here. A few more to each side, just like this. And then come back through center, and then hold on to the back of your chair, your legs at 3, and we'll bend. Try to point your elbows straight back and straighten forward. Yeah, that stretch, well, I learned on camera, that stretch really cleared things out. Not only did it make me cough, but it got my nose to run a little bit. I felt like it really cleared something out that was hanging in there. So sorry about that, but that's life. What are you gonna do? All right, next time you bend, hug your elbows in a little bit and let's just hold here, gently stretching across the chest muscles. All right, sit up tall in your pelvis, bring your hands back behind your head. Think ribs dropping down as your head slides back, and then twist from side to side here. Keep thinking of your head ramping back gently into your hands as you go side to side. Feel the waist turn, feel the ribs turn, and a few more here side to side. All right, come back to center. We'll do our second fold over 3. Relaxing any clenching around your thighs, your hips. Try to feel your buttocks evenly on the chair. And then push down through your feet and walk your legs in to 2. So not quite hip distance, a little bit wider. And we'll go dynamic side bends here with a straight arm up and over side to side. Feel the sides of your waist, feel the sides of your rib cage. Maybe you can even feel the bones slightly pulling apart along all 12 of your thoracic ribs. And we'll do a few more side to side here. All right, let's do our first forward fold over 2. Breathing here, I'm just talking about 2, the distance of your feet. And press down through your feet to come up. Reach your right arm into the air. Front ribs relax down. Tap your shoulder and extend. Tap, extend, tap, extend, tap, hold. Roll your elbow open and roll your elbow in. Take your time, go nice and slow. Breathing here, pulling on your triceps, but then it goes all the way down into the sides of your rib cage. And then let's extend that arm, lower it down, pelvis upright, ribs relax down, left arm goes up, tap and extend. And the next time you tap, roll that elbow out and in nice and slowly. And then reach that arm up and do your second fold over your legs in this position. And press into your feet to come up. And now walk your feet into hip distance apart. Right arm goes up and over side bend. And from here, rotate your arm bone all the way one way, all the way the other way as you're leaning over to your left. And let's switch sides. Left arm goes up and over as you lean your torso over to your right and rotate your arm bone here. All right, let's go over to the other side. Reach your right arm up and over, and then this time from your side bend, tap and reach over. Tap and reach over. 2 more like that. And then reach your left arm up and over as your torso bends to the right, and tap and reach over. And then pull yourself up, and we'll do our first forward fold with our legs hip distance. If it feels good for you, you can let your head hang all the way down, breathing here into the sides and the back of your rib cage. And then push down through your feet to come up, and we'll take your right arm up and over again into a side bend. Breathing here, and open all your fingers and close. Open and close. Left arm goes up and over. Open all your fingers and close. Open all your fingers and close. And then bring both arms up into the air. Turn your palms to face behind you. Front ribs dropping down. Tap and extend. Tap and extend. And tap and extend and tap. Hold. Think ribs dropping down as head slides back and elbows lift up. Curl your elbows in and open them up. Take your time as you curl in and open up. All right, next time your elbows are in, extend both arms, relax your arms down, and second fold over your 2 bent knees, hip distance apart, breathing here. And push into your feet to come up and extend your legs nice and long. Take your right arm up and over into a side bend again, and move that arm forward and back a little bit. And then switch. Opposite arm up and over, and a little bit forward and back. All right, bring that arm down. You can hold on to the seat of the chair or the back of your chair, and let's circle your ankles around. Take your time, try to draw the full circle. Pause and circle in the other direction. And then with our legs straight, let's do our first forward folds here, rotating your pelvis over your thigh bones, breathing. And then slowly come up. Okay, arms back out to the side. Anytime your arms need a break, just put them down. Tip your right ear to your right shoulder, and instead of nodding your head yes, you're gonna nod your head yes a little bit forward and stay and take a breath. And then go into the backward position and stay and take a breath. Slowly bring your head back up, left ear to left shoulder, nod your head forward a little, stay for a breath. Nod your head back a little and stay for a breath. And bring your head back up, turn and look over your right shoulder and nod your chin down and stay for a moment. And lift your chin up and stay for a moment. And slowly bring your head back, turn and look over your left shoulder, nod your chin down. And lift your chin up. And bring your head back to center and second fold over your straight legs, nice flexed ankles, breathing here. All right, come on up. So bending your knees, you can use a block and put your right ankle on the block, or you can cross your right ankle or foot on your knee. Wherever you are, tilt your pelvis upright. Reach your arms out to the side. We'll start low just so that they can cross right above our feet and our knees. And we'll reach our right arm over to the left and open. Doesn't matter how far it goes, don't force. Left arm goes over and open. Hands a little bit higher, right arm goes over and open. Left arm goes over and open. Arms a little higher, right arm and left arm, and a little bit higher, and right arm and left arm. Good. Take your first forward fold with your right ankle crossed over on your knee or the block. Try to feel equal weight, or at least some weight, on both of your hips as you breathe here. And then slowly come up. All right, with your right hand in front of you, you're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and we're going to stretch each of our fingers, but keep just dropping your ear over towards your shoulder. Pinky finger gently pulls down, relaxing the shoulders, tuning into the breath. Ring finger gently pulls down. Middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb out to the side and down, ear dropping over, pelvis sitting up nice and tall. And bring your head up, release your hand, and second forward fold over your legs in this position. And slowly come up, and we'll switch sides. So you can do a block under your foot, any height, or your ankle or the edge of your foot over your knee. Tilt your pelvis upright, hands low. We'll start with the left arm first. Left arm goes across, and right arm across. A little higher. Left arm across, and right arm across. And a little higher. Left arm and right arm, and a little bit higher. Left arm and right arm. Good. From there, arms come down. First forward fold over your legs. Gently flex your ankle. Letting everything soften and relax. Come back up, reach your left hand forward, right ear to right shoulder, and gently pull down and back on your pinky finger. And your ring finger, if your chin always leads the way, back your chin up a little bit. Middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb out to the side and down. And then bring your head up, tilt your pelvis upright, and fold forward over your legs, flexing your ankle, breathing here. All right, come on up, and let's spin around into a lunge. So slide around to the right. Slide your left knee back underneath your hip. From here, we'll drop our chin all the way down to our chest. In keeping our ribs relaxed down and back, you can even put your hand on your lower ribs. Just slide your ears straight back over your shoulders. When you slide your head back, your head's going back, but try not to lift your chin up. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. And let's do that a few more times. Head drops down. And slide your ears straight back. Keep relaxing around your hip and thigh muscles. And head drops down. And slide your ears straight back. And head drops down. And slide your ears straight back. And then from here, go slow at first, but how about lifting and lowering? If your leg cramps, just slide it forward, massage the tissues out a little bit, but otherwise sliding your thigh bone back, lift and tap down. Maybe next time you lift, you hold and do little pulses back with your thigh and your buttocks muscles, torso upright, ears back over the shoulders. All right, slide that foot forward, spin around to the other side. Slide your right knee back under your hip, ankle straight behind the knee, and with our elbow pits forward, drop your chin down and slide your ears straight back. And head drops down and slide straight back. And dropping down and sliding straight back. One more time, head drops down, shoulders stay nice and wide, ribs stay down as you slide your ears back over your shoulders, and then take your time and we'll lift and tap down. Leg cramps, just stretch it out, massage the tissue a little bit, keep pulling your thigh bone back. Maybe next time you lift, you do little pulses backwards. Breathing here. All right, slide that foot forward, spin back around to the front of the chair, scoot your left hip towards the center of the chair, extend your right leg long, land on the inner edge of your foot and just extend that leg nice and long. And then from here, we'll reach our right arm out, and then we'll tip our left ear over to our left shoulder, and we'll move our right arm around slowly. And you don't have to do any particular pattern, just go slow, work with your palm up. Sometimes you can go forward, sometimes back, sometimes low, sometimes higher. And you're just looking perhaps for different areas of tension around your shoulder, chest, upper back, neck muscles. And let's say you find a particular angle, like right there. I'm just like, oh, it's a little tighter there. I'll hold my hand there and move my head forward and back a little bit. And you don't have to just move your head forward and back. You could twist your neck a little bit, move your chin around. Just go slow, especially at first, even more so if you're prone to neck stiffness or you've had an injury before. And then you can always hold your head still at any place and move that arm around again. So it's kind of an exploration of putting your head in different positions and then moving your arm around into different places. Just work with a lot of awareness so you don't accidentally go into a range of motion and be like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have went there. All right, bring that head up, slide that right leg in, scoot your right hip to the center of the chair, extend your left leg nice and long. And then from there, reach your left arm out, palm up, drop your ear slowly over to your right shoulder and start by just moving that arm around. Take your time. And then if you find a particular spot, you can stay your arm still and move your head around nice and slowly. Always check front ribs, relax down and back, especially if you feel like you tend to be over mobile in your neck. You want to have the stability of your ribs down and back. And you can stay with your neck in any position and move your arm around a little bit. Soften your face, relax your jaw. Keep extending that left leg nice and long. All right, and let your head come up and your arm come down and slide that leg in. And then from here, let's walk our legs nice and straight again. And we'll fold over our legs one more time before we come up to stand. And slowly come up, ankles under your knees, press down to come up, come around to the back of your chair. Walk back, 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs, our beloved thoracic stretch, maybe rotating your thigh bones into neutral. Relax your belly so your tailbone can go up a little. If your elbows pop out, relax your elbows down a bit. Breathing into the sides of your rib cage. Remember, a straight leg really helps the open and improve range of motion in the back of the legs. If you were just interested more in stretching the sides of your spine, you could take your legs out of it a little bit by bending your knees and just lengthening through the sides of the spine, pulling your hips back, still dropping your elbows down. And push through your feet to come on up to stand. All right, once you're up and standing, we'll do a tap. So we'll push down through your outer left hip and tap your right foot back. You're just on your toes. Circle your arms up and down. And then bring that right foot back. Push down through your right hip. Tap your left toes back and circle your arms up and down. And bring that foot forward. Push down through the left, tap your right foot back. And we'll switch. Push down through the right, tap your left foot back. High on your toes. Let's do one more each side. Push down through the left, tap your right toes back. And push down through the right and tap your left toes back. All right, grab whatever you're using for a calf stretch. Put it in front of your right foot. Put the ball of your foot up and your heel down. You can step your left foot back or forward just until you feel a nice stretch, nothing intense, nothing extreme. And then from there, go ahead and wrap your elbow pits forward with your ribs dropping down. Drop your chin down to your chest, and with your head down, slowly turn and look side to side with your head dropping down. And as you turn, you can, of course, check your elbow pits. You can check your feet. Are they closer to straight, ankles hip distance? Do your ankles tend to roll to one side or the other? And if you find a particular angle that you want to hold and take a breath or two, feel free to do that. Bring your head back to center, lift your head up and switch feet. Put the ball of your left foot up, your heel down. Your right foot can step back or forward a little. Try not to clench anything. Elbows forward, ribs drop down. Drop your chin down to your chest, and this time do a little side bend where your left ear goes over to your left shoulder, and then your right ear slowly goes over to your right shoulder. Hips over heels, relaxing your forehead. If it feels good to pause anywhere, pause and take a nice breath into the sides of your rib cage. And bring your head back to center and bring your head up, and then slide whatever you were using for your calf stretch out of the way. And then from here, let's stand with our feet straight, ankles hip distance, push down through one hip, bend your heel in towards your buttocks, and we'll go side to side here. And you can definitely work on feet straight, ankles hip distance apart, hips over heels. You could even, with a chair or without, you could work on neutral rotation of your thigh bone while you're on one leg. You could work on seeing that once you rotate into neutral rotation, you can lift your kneecap up and down. All right, with your feet straight, ankles hip distance apart, let's sit back into a squat. And then press up, and we'll side bend dynamically, side to side with your arms, right arm and left arm, hips back over heel, front ribs drop down and back, and they really go together because a lot of times when people thrust their hips, they tend to also lift their chest up. So backing your hips up, you can back your ribs up as well. A couple more each side. All right, walk your feet open to 2, squat back here, backing your shins up, and press up. Grab your strap, hold onto it wide, a little bit wider than your hips behind your back, palms face forward, hinge forward here, and lift your hands any amount off your back, palms face the floor, and tap down. Bring your hips back up. Walk your hands right next to your outer hips. If at any point in time it feels too tight when they get closer, just keep them at the wider distance. Back your hips up and lift any amount. Try to keep a little bend in your elbows for today. And come back up and walk your hands in so that you're just inside your hips on your buttocks. Hinge forward and lift any amount, breathing here. And come up and then walk your hands in even closer, palms of the hands facing the buttocks, hinge forward and lift your hands any amount off your back, breathing. And lower your hands down. Put the strap over your chair, walk your feet out to 3, sit back into a wide squat, back your hips up, press up, arms out to the side. Twist your upper body side to side and try not to turn your lower body. So keep your hips square as you go side to side with your upper body. Feel your belly button area, feel your rib cage turning. Feel your front ribs relaxing down even as you turn. Let's do one more each side. And then come back to center. Walk your feet open to 4. Sit back into a wide squat. Slide your shins back. Press up. We'll start with our feet pigeon-toed. Back your hips up into a wide forward fold. And with 2 straight legs, shift your hips side to side. Feeling your buttocks muscles, relaxing any excessive clenching in that area. Pause center, turn your feet out to the side, back your hips up, and shift your hips side to side there. Turn your feet to straight, outer edges, back your hips up, and shift your hips side to side there. And sometimes you can do just a little shift. Sometimes you can try to go as far as you can one direction and as far as you can in the other direction. All right. Center your hips, sit back into a squat. From your squat, come up off your heels, but still back your hips up, and then lower your heels down and press up. Walk your feet into 3. Sit back into a squat, lift up off of your heels, pressing equally through the balls of your feet. Back your hips up and press up as your heels come down. Walk into 2. Sit your hips back. Lift your heels up, back your hips up, lower your heels down and press up and walk into 1. Sit back, Lift your heels up. If everything slid forward like my body, back your hips up. Press equally through the balls of your feet. Lower your heels down and press up. Cross your right arm anywhere from a little to a lot. Hands down on the back of the chair wide. Walk back. 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs. Letting your breath flow here. And then switch and back your hips up, breathing here. All right, come on up. Walk up to the chair with your feet hip distance. Sit back, step your right leg back into a lunge. Center the ball of your foot and really press equally through the ball of the foot as you lift and lower your heel. Your front knee is staying right over your front ankle, so your whole body's not shifting forward. It's just your heel going up and down. And next time you lift up, push off that heel, sit back, step your left leg way back, land on the center of the ball of the foot, and lift and lower your heel here. Pressing equally through the ball of that foot. And then lift up and push off of there and walk back. 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs. Walk your hands over to the right side of your chair. Maybe put your left hand on top of your right and pull your hips back and pull your rib cage a little bit over to the left. And bring your hips and ribs back to center. Walk your hands over to the left, maybe right hand on top. Back your hips up and push your rib cage a little bit over to the right. Good. Bring your hips back to center and come up to stand. Step your right foot forward, your left foot back in a pyramid stance. Feet hip distance apart, outer edges of feet mostly straight, and we'll lift and lower that back heel, pressing equally through the ball of the foot. And next time the back heel goes down, palms and elbow pits forward, let's take our arms into an arm swing. Just your arms without your torso going side to side. And in this arm swing, I am focusing on lifting the arms in front and also pulling them back. On the next one, we'll try not to lift them in front so much. We'll just let momentum do the work. All right, squaring your hips, fold 2 very straight legs and slowly come up. Keep squaring the hips, rotate your pelvis over your thigh bones. And come on up. Let's do that 2 more times. All right, switch legs. Left foot forward, right foot back, ankles hip distance apart. Lift and lower your back heel, pressing equally through the ball of the foot. Next time that heel comes down, reciprocal, 1 at a time, but just focus on the backwards arm swing. Your arm's gonna swing forward a little bit with momentum, but try not to lift with your chest like we were on the first side. Just pull backwards. It's just movement, so it's good for everybody, every body, but I specifically designed this class because I've been having a little bit of congestion, and my goodness, I feel like it has really, really helped. All right, let's do some dynamic forward folds. Rotate, squaring your hips, and come on back up. 2 very straight legs. And let's do that 2 more times. All right, hands to the chair, walk back, 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs, elbows relax down, maybe rotate the thigh bones into neutral. If your head's hanging, ramp the back of the head towards the ceiling a little bit, and turn side to side with your neck. Pause when you're looking down, tip your head over to one arm, and then the other arm. Doesn't matter if it touches or not. And bring your head to center, push down through the backs of your arms. We're gonna push down through one leg, bend our heel in, and point and flex our ankle. Switch sides, feet closer to straight, ankles closer to hip distance. Push down through your opposite hip, hips over heels, and point and flex. And put that foot down, hands to the chair, walk back, 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs, back your hips up, elbows down, bend your elbows towards the floor, and straighten back, but try not to let them pop out to the side. Bend in and straighten back. I'm gonna walk my feet back a little more. Bend in and press hips back over the heels. Bend in, press hips back over the heels. Let's do a couple more like that. And then just push back, 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs. Relax your belly a little more. Maybe rotate your thigh bones into neutral a little more. Relax any excessive clenching. Always check your feet when you're rotating your thigh bones. Press through your heels to come up and come around to the front of your chair. Take your time. Watch how your feet are. Watch your knees as you sit back. And then from here, sitting up nice and tall with your pelvis, ribs relax down, arms hang down. Just bend your torso over to the right, your waist. Go a little further, your ribs. Go a little further, reach down with your fingers. And then if it's okay for your body, slowly drop your ear down towards your shoulder. And press gently through your feet and bring everything up, and your head comes up last. Okay, opposite side, a little bend from the waist, a little bend from the rib cage, a little reach of the arm, and then your head slowly goes over. Head's the last thing to come up, push through the feet, bring the torso up, and your head slowly comes up. All right, interlace your hands behind your back, right pinky finger on the bottom. Just keep your hands on your back, keep your ribs down and your head ramping back, and just hug and relax. Hug your elbows in, relax. When you hug in, try not to push your ribs forward at all. Hug in and relax. Hug in, maybe hold, and maybe just hold, but maybe lift and tap down. Lift and tap, and lift and tap, and lift and tap. Switch the crossing of your fingers. Left pinky finger on the back, pelvis upright, ribs down, head ramps back. Hug and relax open. Hug in and relax. hug in, and relax, hug in. You can just hold there, or you can lift and tap down. And do that a few more times. All right, from there, sit up nice and tall. Focus on your belly button and just try to turn your belly button to the right. Kind of small, just your belly button. And then keep going and turn your rib cage to the right. Your chin stays over your chest so that you can just really focus on, am I actually turning my rib cage? And then let your shoulders go a little bit more. And then go ahead and turn your neck all the way around to the right. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, breathing here. And just let everything unwind really slowly. All right, pelvis upright. Just focus on the belly button first. Try to feel it turn no matter how small. And then let your rib cage rotate around your spine. And then let your shoulders turn a little bit more. And then go ahead and turn your neck around to the left. Relax your shoulders if they're hiking up by your ears. Breathing. Good. And unwind everything all the way. All right, from here, let's do our feet. We already did feet hip distance and ankles under our knees. Walk your feet out a step, but still keep your knees bent and your feet flat, and fold over your legs there. Push down through your feet to come up, and then we'll just stretch our earlobes out a little bit. So pull down gently on the bottom of your earlobes. Go up a little higher, like low sides, and pull out gently, very gently. Go up a little higher, like higher earlobes, and pull out gently. Oh, that one feels really good. Okay, then we'll do two on the top, like one just right above where you are, and then we'll go a little higher. So one right above where you are, and kind of pull up, out and up a little bit. And then hold on right at the top and gently pull up. You might have to put your fingers somewhere where it just feels comfortable to hold on to that delicate tissue. All right, and then relax and stretch your legs all the way and fold over your legs. Letting your breath flow here. And slowly come up and sit all the way back in your chair for your final pose, Savasana. Let your gaze soften or your eyes gently close. Become very present with your body and with your breath, and keep bringing your presence back to your body and your breath, patiently and persistently. we sit, it's more about feeling our body, feeling our breath. But every once in a while, you can check, am I tensing my shoulders up? Is my face tensing up? Staying present with your body and with your breath. This is a poem by Mary Oliver. Sometimes I think I've said that this is my favorite poem, but it's so hard to choose because I love so many of them. When I am among the trees, when I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches, and they call again, "It's simple," they say, "and you too have come into this world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine." Let your awareness return to your breath, and let the exhales be just a little bit longer for your next couple breaths. Bringing our hands together at heart center in gratitude for this day. Namaste. So that being said, I am fortunate I have some free time right now. I'm going to go out and spend some time with the trees and sit in the sun. And I'll probably do that throat stretch a few more times. That really got things moving for me. I hope you have a blessed day.